Cannabis stocks taking on the chin today as some of the biggest pot players get hit. So, Tim, what's going on here?
Well, I think, first of all, think about the April that the industry had. You had a number of these deals. We highlighted 4 of them yesterday on the show. You've had a dynamic where we really have had this fresh round of market acceleration. I think, look, a little whiff of a slightly more hawkish Fed. What asset classes are going to get hit the most? It's going to certainly be higher risk, higher return places. There's no question that it was a good time for people to take some money off the table in cannabis land. There's a couple of downgrades, and I think that's really the trade here. This is not about trading this stuff week to week, although the day traders love this sector because of the volatility, and they will continue to.
All right. Well, our next guest says High Times is to thank for helping to take marijuana mainstream. The magazine has been running for 45 years as cannabis celebrities such as Bob Marley, Willie Nelson, Cheech and Chong, and others have graced the dope cover throughout the year. So are they responsible for the reefer revolution? Let's bring in Kraig Fox, CEO of High Times Holdings. Kraig, great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You sent over some really interesting covers of marijuana through the ages. What do you think was the tipping point in terms of getting states to push ahead with legalization on the state level? What was the change? Was it a matter of marketing the plant? Medical marijuana seems to be a real turning point, for instance, the acceptance of that phrase.
Yeah, I think medical marijuana had a lot to do with it. And I think if you think of the children that are out there, the veterans that are coming home, just anyone that's ill and traditional medicines that aren't working for, it is amazing what can happen when you use cannabinoids, not just THC, but CBD and some of the lesser known cannabinoids as well.
Have you seen a pickup in interest in reading High Times? And forgive me, I don't know if High Times has an actual hard copy.
You didn't have a subscription at Harvard, Mel? Come on. High Times
still do.
You still do? Okay. So do people want to read about cannabis?
I think that they do, but we don't think of it really in terms of the physical magazine. There's so many other ways that we interact with people. Our social engagement is over 11 million people a month. We have another 22 or 24 million people uniquely a year coming to us. Plus we have events, we have trade shows. So there's lots of ways that people are connecting and learning about cannabis through High Times.
So talk about the Cannabis Cup, which is certainly a seminal event, certainly for the industry, but for you guys, biggest numbers ever. And how do you monetize this brand? You're a lifestyle play. We know some of the names we've talked about on the show many times. It's about developing brands. I would argue you have one of the greatest brands in cannabis.
I would argue we have the only brand in cannabis. We're the only brand that you can go to Lisbon, Portugal, you can go to Colombia or New York City and ask about High Times, and they're going to know it's cannabis. I don't think there's any other brand globally that can do that. And our cannabis cups are the gold standard. I mean, winning a cannabis cup defines you as the best. Whatever the category is, it's what people want to win, and we monetize that. We've got brands that come in and want to participate in that. We've got sponsors that want to be a part of that, and we have people that want to come and watch and be a part of that social engagement.
So Tim mentioned something interesting, that you want to be a lifestyle brand, and High Times is very recognizable. So do you see Playboy as being a sort of template where they license their very well-known brand to a lot of different products? So you could have a Playboy branded club, maybe a High Times related cannabis cafe or a High Times related pre-rolled joint. I mean, I don't know where this could go.
Yeah, I think everything is an opportunity for us right now. The reason why you currently don't see cannabis clubs or dispensaries or lounges or hardware or software anywhere in the world is it wasn't legal before.
But now it is, and they're opening them in California, for instance. West Hollywood has some opening up.
Correct, and I think over the next maybe 18 to 24 months, I think globally it's going to open up, and you're going to see High Times branded products, lounges, dispensaries, literally across the globe.
Do you want an IPO?
Well, we're technically already a public company. We raise money through a Reg A offering. Mm-hmm. We chose to do that because High Times has always been about the people, and we wanted regular investors to have the opportunity to invest with us. We are, while that's still open, we're really focused on an institutional round right now, and I can't obviously talk more about that. We'll be closing it shortly.
Kraig, thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.